Welcome to County Report This Week. I'm Sonia Burke. Thank you for joining us. Coming up in the next half hour, we'll tell you about a parking garden under construction at a popular tourist attraction in Montgomery County. And later, we'll talk about baseball and other sports at Montgomery College. But first, the stats are alarming. 9 deaths and 3,600 people injured in construction work zones throughout the state of Maryland. Public officials are now emphasizing the importance of driving safely around construction zones. Lorna Virgili joins us from one of the intersections that will be under construction for some time. Lorna?
Sonia, state and local officials gather here at the intersection of Georgia Avenue and Randolph Road to remind drivers to slow down and pay attention while driving around construction zones. The $73.8 million interchange project on this particular intersection was a chosen site by authorities to send a plea to drivers. Look out for workers in active construction zones.
Again, the message to our residents: let's drive safely, let's slow down, let's ensure that these work sites are operating, but also ensure that we protect the workers who are here, the passengers in your vehicles, our pedestrians. It is too serious. 9 lives, 9 people who've died is far too many, and we should reduce that and eliminate that.
Work zone-related crashes are on the rise, and with hundreds of projects underway this spring, authorities want to ascertain that drivers simply slow down. Lori Moser lost her husband while he was working on a construction site, and an errant driver struck and killed him.
My family knows that one glance away, that being in a rush and traveling over the speed limit can have devastating consequences that cannot be undone. We've openly shared how the profound loss of such a deeply loved husband and father continues to impact our lives.
The message is clear. If you see the orange barrels, signs, or cones, that means protection for drivers, passengers, and workers. As a reminder, driving even 1 mile over the posted speed limit in construction zones is a $290 fine and 1 point on the driver's license.
Troopers will be conducting additional patrols with the goal of identifying drivers who are involved in activities that are prohibited by law or significantly divert their attention from safe driving.
Hundreds of state employees and contractors will be in work zones. Officials are asking drivers to modify driving to help prevent crashes. In Wheaton, for County Report This Week, I'm Lorna Virgili.
There are plenty of folks who stay at their jobs for 25 years, but in this next story, Susan Kennedy catches up with a gentleman who has touched thousands of lives during the quarter century he has spent at his job, helping students cross the road safely in the city of Gaithersburg.
Okay, everybody cross!
Each day for the past 25 years, Sherman Ely has shown up faithfully to his post in front of Gaithersburg Elementary School to make sure the students get to school safe and sound. A crossing guard with Montgomery County Police, Ely reports twice a day, in the morning and after school, rain, sleet, or snow.
I don't think I'm important, but my job, I know my job is important. Okay, guys, I need you to wait there.
The biggest challenge for him? Getting students.
Hey, baby, what'd I tell you about playing? Come on now.
Parents.
You come across this way.
And drivers to follow directions.
Too many cars. Have to get a little louder. Guys, stop playing in the street, please. Because I'm imagining that the reason that they're doing what they're doing is because they don't hear me over the traffic. I get a little louder. Stop. Whatever, I need you to stay here, whatever, however I have to do it. Okay, you cross this way. I'm not trying to pull a power trip. I'm just trying to keep these children safe, so I need cooperation.
It's a pretty important thing, and I know he has to be a little bit firm at times, and I'm sure you appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely, because I want him and all the other kids to be safe, and if he's not firm and they don't listen, then it's bad for everybody.
Ely was recently recognized by the mayor and city council for his work.
Guys, do not play in the streets.
One of the reasons he's one of the heroes that people don't always think about is because of the way he's done his job. We haven't had, thank goodness, a tragedy there and wherever he is. So therefore, you realize that he's doing his job to the perfect degree.
But for Sherman Ely, it's all in a day's work. He takes the job very seriously, and in doing so, teaches the children important lessons on respect.
Not that way yet, babe. I try to train them. I try to train the children because a lot of times they're by themselves.
And at the young age of 56, Ely says he has no plans of going anywhere anytime soon. He has a strong attachment to the community.
This is my family, Gaithersburg Elementary School. Yeah, I have a lot of fun times together. I love this place. I couldn't imagine being at another school.
In Gaithersburg, I'm Susan Kennedy for County Report This Week.
The Montgomery County Council has scheduled 5 public hearings on the operating budget between April 14th and the 16th. More than 150 people are expected to share their views on the budget at these hearings. Because the number of speaking spots are limited, residents should call 240-777-7803 to sign up. Or you can send your comments and suggestions via email or regular mail. Over the next 6 weeks, the council is scheduled to analyze the recommendations before they adopt the budget in late May. For more information about the budget process, visit the County Council's website and click on the queue for budget updates. Tax day is fast approaching, and Maryland Comptroller Peter Fancho wants to raise awareness among the immigrant community about the services offered at the state's office in Wheaton.
We appreciate the contribution to the economy of the Latino community because they, in Maryland, I guess in this Washington area, it's 15 to 17% of our population is Hispanic. But they provide a much greater contribution to the economy than those numbers imply because they have a very strong, everyone has a very strong work ethic, entrepreneurial spirit, motivation because many of them are taking care of families. And as the comptroller of the state of Maryland, I'm very grateful to that community, not just in the Washington area, but statewide. And we rely greatly on the Hispanic community for helping us grow our economy.
At the Wheaton office, state employees speak English, Spanish, and Portuguese, and they can help residents with state tax preparation, registering business accounts, and issuing MVA certification letters. The Exelon and Pepco companies have announced they reached a settlement agreement with the county executives of Montgomery and Prince George's counties in the proceeding before the Maryland Public Service Commission to review their proposed merger. But the Montgomery County Council unanimously passed a resolution urging the PSC to mitigate what they described as risks to the public interest.
One of the big concerns that so many people have, including our Attorney General, the Office of People's Counsel, and the Maryland Energy Administration has, is that Exelon owns a lot of nuclear power plants. And those nuclear power plants are hurting because of the low cost of natural gas. And so as a result, the concern is that they are going to favor their nuclear power plants at the expense of renewable energy and energy efficiency.
According to an Exelon executive, it may be next month before the Maryland PSC issues its ruling on the proposed merger.
What happened is that we were able to successfully get a settlement agreement with Prince George's County and Montgomery County. And as a result of that, there's additional time for all the parties to review that settlement. And there will be a hearing at the PSC between April 15th and 17th. And so once that's done, they'll deliberate, and we expect a decision in Maryland by May 8th.
Did you know that April is National Safe Digging Month? In hopes of keeping you away from underground utility lines this gardening season, Pepco's reminding its customers to call 811 before planting shrubbery or installing a fence this spring. 811 is the phone number of the Underground Utility Locating Service. The 811 service was created to prevent damage to underground utility infrastructure, such as gas and electric lines, and to ensure public safety and environmental protection.
Coming up in Counter Report this week, we'll give you an update of the Brookside Gardens parking garden.
And we'll tell you how local Rockville residents are making a difference for our environment during Earth Month. Don't go away. County Report this week returns right after this short break.
I bike to work twice a week.
I buy organic from local farmers.
I compost my food waste every week.
What's your green solution? Want to learn more about practical green solutions you can incorporate into your everyday routine? Come to the Tacoma Park Earth Day Festival, April 19th, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Co-op parking lot at the corner of Ethan Allen and Carroll Avenue in the Tacoma Junction. Vendors, local nonprofits, music, food trucks, and children's activities. Learn more at tkpkearthday.org. Earth Day is every day.
April 22nd, take part in A Day in the Life of Montgomery County. Snap a pic or shoot some video and email it to pics@mymcmedia.org or tweet your pics at mymcmedia #DITL. Your images will appear on our website and TV channels, so spread the word and share the fun. Visit mymcmedia.org for more details on how you can take part in A Day in the Life of Montgomery County on Earth Day, April 22nd.
Welcome back to County Report This Week. I'm Sonia Burke. Brookside Gardens in Wheaton has an abundance of flowers, gorgeous shrubs, and landscaping. But what it doesn't have is enough parking for people who want to come and see it. A major renovation project is now underway to fix that. MyMC Media's Krista Brick has the story.
At Brookside Gardens in the Wheaton Regional Park, there are daffodils, pansies, and tulips, but there are also bulldozers and excavators as work continues on a more than $4 million project to create more parking here.
Behind me here at Brookside Gardens, we are expanding our parking lot from 120 spaces when it opened in 1997 to 180 spaces to accommodate the rush of visitors we get during particularly heavy times. Parking is a challenge. The only parking lot that we still have is the 44 space lot at the conservatory. That's already full at 11 o'clock today.
They call this the parking garden because of the unique way it's being built, using 20,000 perennials, 2,000 shrubs, and 300 trees. The original asphalt ripped up is being used as a retaining wall, and the plan also includes a water garden, a butterfly meadow, and a dedicated pedestrian entrance off Glen Allen Avenue.
First, number one priority, of course, was being able to accommodate visitors. The architect said, when people park, they will already be in the garden.
Brookside Gardens averages more than 400,000 visitors a year. Some events, like the popular Garden of Lights Festival, had to be canceled this winter because of the construction. The summer concert series is also canceled this year, but the construction hasn't kept these visitors from taking in the sights.
It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous masterpiece, with a little help from his friends.
We used to come here all the time when she was a baby to get her to go to sleep, to walk around. And so as a baby, we came here for her, like probably, I don't know, every week.
What do you like about the garden? Do you like the beautiful flowers? Yeah.
There's lots to see at Brookside Gardens. To avoid the crowds, come in the early morning or in the middle of the week. Grounds are open until sunset. For County Report This Week, I'm Krista Brick.
Montgomery County roads are in need of a good spring cleaning after this harsh winter, and county crews are slated to begin sweeping the streets this month. The work is a joint effort between the Department of Transportation and the Department of Environmental Protection. County officials say that street sweeping not only improves the appearance of local roads, but works to protect the environment by keeping salt and other debris out of storm drains. Brightly colored signs will be posted in neighborhoods before street cleaning begins. You can find out more information about this program on the MC311 website. You can help some of the hungry families in our county by participating in Ride-On's annual Give and Ride Community Service Program, which takes place from Sunday, April 19th until Saturday, April 25th. Ride-On passengers get a free trip by donating non-perishable food right on the bus. All donations go to Manna Food Center and area families. County Council President George Leventhal recently proclaimed April 22nd a day in the life of Montgomery County. The executive director of Montgomery Community Media accepted the proclamation at a recent county council meeting where he encouraged residents to participate in this upcoming event.
This is actually our third go around with the Day in Life of Montgomery County,
As Council President Leventhal indicated, it's a unique snapshot of a one 24-hour period in Montgomery County, showing kind of the diversity, incredible diversity that we enjoy here in Montgomery County. And so we have many members of the community who contribute and will want to contribute on April 22nd from basically midnight to midnight. And so, again, reflecting that great diversity we have here in the county. There have been many Day in the Life projects over the years, resulting in coffee table books and calendars and films and photo exhibits, but this is done in real time. This is a unique project in which you'll see when your photo goes up just minutes later, it'll be available on our website. So we're asking, again, everybody in Montgomery County, wherever you work or live or go to school or worship, to document your day on April 22nd by taking a photo or a short video and sending it to pixpics@mymcmedia.org and being a part of the project.
You can find more information about how you can participate in this April 22nd event by visiting the mymcmedia.org website. The city of Rockville is celebrating Earth Month throughout April, and there's certainly plenty to do. Rockville 11's Morgan Lash has more.
April is Earth Month, and the city of Rockville has lots of ways for you to volunteer, learn, have fun, and get outside after the long winter. It's important to take time to celebrate our Earth, and Watershed Protection Specialist Shannon Philbin has lots of events in Rockville where community members can do so.
This is actually the 45th anniversary of Earth Month, so we've got a lot going on. On April 11th, residents can participate in the annual Potomac River Watershed Cleanup at one of 3 of our cleanup sites, Croydon Creek Nature Center, the Twin Brook Community Recreation Center, and Maryvale Park. Croydon Creek also has a couple of other events going on. They have an invasive plant pole that volunteers can show up and help remove some of the invasive vines and other plants that you can find around the grounds. In addition, they have their annual spring festival and native plant sale. There's going to be a lot of activities there, hands-on booths and activities for both kids and adults. And then our special event for this year for April 22nd, that's a Wednesday. If you want to come, we have a public ceremony and tree planting with the Christ Episcopal School, just to celebrate not only the 45th anniversary of Earth Month, but Arbor Day as well.
Rockville has a long history of celebrating Earth Month. In fact, the city has been named a Tree City USA community for its excellence in environmental care for 26 years in a row. For more information on Earth Day and any of the free events, go online to rockvillemd.gov/earthmonth. For County Report This Week, I'm Morgan Lash.
Black Hill Park in Boyd's is gearing up for a family festival and ribbon cutting celebration on April 18th. The Black Hill Visitor Center is now a certified green center, and Black Hill Park is home to the first Earth Bench on the East Coast. The Little Seneca Lake Water Trail has been revitalized, and a children's area has been added in the Visitor Center. You can see all these changes at a celebration and ribbon cutting ceremony planned from noon to 3 p.m. on April 18th. You can find more details about the celebration on the MontgomeryParks.org website.
Coming up next on County Report This Week, the community rallied together to help local businesses reopen after a fire in Silver Spring.
And we'll go on a field trip with some local students who are learning about the art of baking bread. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this.
In Montgomery County, we have a goal to reduce waste and recycle 70% of all waste by 2020. By recycling and reducing waste, we save natural resources and make our community even better. So recycle at home, work, school, everywhere, and keep recycling going. For more information, call the Montgomery County, Maryland Division of Solid Waste Services at 311 or visit montgomerycountymd.gov/recycling.
Keep it going.
Recycle more now.
Did you know there are more than 10,000 county government phone numbers? But there's only one number you need to remember for non-emergency calls, 311. MC311 is Montgomery County government's online telephone information system. Need information? Have a problem or complaint? Trying to locate a county government facility? Call 311. The call center is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The website is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Welcome back to County Report This Week. I'm Sonia Burke. After a devastating fire damaged several businesses in downtown Silver Spring, the community rallied to help. My MC Media's Alini Barros joins us with more. Alini?
I'm in Silver Spring after a fire destroyed two of downtown's most popular establishments. Now the community is coming together to help these businesses reopen and the staff who is now out of jobs.
I'm going to start crying now. It's pretty amazing.
Whether it's words of encouragement, help cleaning up, or fundraising events, the community is rallying together to raise funds to benefit the staff from the Bombay Gaylord, Quarry House Tavern, and Keifa Cafe.
I do have insurance coverage for a certain amount of time for payroll. It is unclear whether that will cover tips. It's maybe doubtful that it will. The community has rallied around them. That has been a really important element because we do have limits on our resources in terms of what we can do.
Dozens of firefighters responded to the blaze that started at this location on Georgia Avenue. According to county officials, the fire caused almost $1 million in damages.
There was nothing suspicious, in appearance. So their investigation led them to believe that it was electrical in nature.
Days after the fire, Keifa Cafe owner says the smell of smoke is still strong inside her shop. She's also grateful for the community support.
That is why how Silver Spring is beautiful. It's not about, it's so important to invest in whether we have a business, even if it's the same. If we can help each other, we can grow.
More than 20 people are out of jobs, and several online campaigns were launched to help them. This restaurant owner decided to donate 15% of a day's net sale to help Keifa Cafe reopen.
We've all been able to grow together, and you want to try to help each other out if you need some help.
Business owners impacted by the fire hope to reopen as soon as possible. For County Report This Week, I'm Alini Barros.
The Montgomery County Council is joining in the movement to have employers provide equal pay for all by declaring Equal Pay Day on April 14th. Take a look.
In Montgomery County over the past decade, women have represented nearly half of the labor force, and
whereas fair pay strengthens the security of families today and eases future retirement costs while enhancing the American economy, and whereas
April 14th symbolizes the date on which the wages paid to American women catch up to the wages paid to men from the previous year. Of course, that doesn't include corporate bonuses and signing bonuses and the like. We won't go there. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Montgomery County Council designates April 14, 2015 as Equal Pay Day and calls upon government officials, businesses, and industry leaders, and all people of Montgomery County to recognize the full value of women's skills and significant contributions to the labor force, and further encourages businesses to conduct internal pay evaluations to ensure that women are being paid fairly.
Montgomery County Public School students took a recent trip to Johns Hopkins University to bake, learn, and give back to the community. MCPS TV has the story.
Welcome to Pierce University.
More than 300 MCPS fourth graders got some hands-on experience with math and science thanks to the Bread Baking Life Skills program. The event on March 30 was sponsored by King Arthur Flour and Johns Hopkins University and reinforces math and science skills through the art of bread baking.
Our program has 3 goals. One is for the kids to learn how to make real bread from scratch, using skills they already have, their math and science and reading skills. 2, we want them to be able to bake the bread all by themselves with confidence. And then 3 is to share, or they're going to give half of what they made away. They're giving it to Interfaith Works.
During the program, students from 4 MCPS elementary schools watched an interactive demonstration that showcased the ways in which measurement and chemistry are used in bread baking.
I learned that when you have the hot water and the sugar, and then once you add the flour, the yeast eats up the sugar, and then that makes the bread rise.
Following the bread demonstration, there was more to learn and experience at a hands-on science trade show.
I extracted DNA from a strawberry and made a healthy plate of food and learned that what foods go in what food groups.
Various companies presented fun activities for students, from investigating the effects of radiation on patients to learning about the human skeleton.
It's really good for our kids, especially at this age, to understand that the jobs of the future are mostly moving into the STEM engineering arena, and for them to be excited about science and understand that, chemistry is something that's all around them, and to expose them and to get them excited.
King Arthur Flour donated enough supplies for students to make 2 loaves of bread, one for their families and one to be donated to local organizations that help feed those in need in our community. Students and staff walked away from this special field trip with a new excitement and appreciation for science and math.
I might become a doctor when I grow up.
Coming up on County Report this week, we'll preview the spring sports season at Montgomery College and introduce you to our pet of the week. Stay with us. County Report this week is coming right back.
Yeah, salad on Saturday, fruit on Friday, throw a ball Thursday. Water Wednesday, touch your toes Tuesday. Let's move Monday, swap us next Sunday.
60 minutes of physical activity a day and eating well can help get your child healthy. So keep them active and eating well every day. Get ideas, get involved, get going at letsmove.gov. That's letsmove.gov.
Springtime is the time for giving. When you donate food, you can ride free on any ride on bus during our Give and Ride Food Drive April 19 through 25. So open your heart and see how far a gift of food can go.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Sonia Burke. Spring sports are underway at Montgomery College, and MCTV's Michael Brown has a preview.
With the long, hard winter finally over and warm weather upon us, the MC Raptors spring sports teams are back in action on the track and the diamonds. The impressive growth of the MC track and field team over the last few years shows no signs of slowing down. Last year's team was quite possibly the strongest in school history. They qualified for 37 events at the national championships and brought home 2 national championships in the men's 4x800 and 4x400 relays. But this year's team is shaping up to be even better. They have more depth and should score points in events where in previous years they didn't have the athletes to compete. And after just 2 meets this season, the Raptors have already qualified for 21 events at the national championship meet in May. MC Baseball is still smarting from last year's loss in the Region 20 tournament that denied them a trip to the NJCAA World Series, only the second time in head coach Dan Rasher's 9-year tenure that his team hadn't advanced to the series. So the Raptors have some scores to settle, and that's bad news for every team on their schedule. They have just 6 returners, but those 6 were the core of last year's team. The leading hitters, run producers, and pitchers are all back. And they added a top-notch recruiting class. They've gotten off to a strong start this season, making their mission very realistic.
But this year we're gonna go to the World Series. Me and T. Cole are gonna try our best to lead this team in the best possible direction by pushing everybody, and we're gonna get there. It's not really an option not to get there.
MC Women's Softball is hoping for a much better go of it this year. Despite reaching the Region 20 finals last season, they struggled all season long. But it's not going to be easy. They're exceptionally young with just 1 sophomore on the team. And they have a new head coach, Pierre Trudeau. And they're off to a slow start, but they hope the warmer weather will help the Bats heat up as they again build toward another postseason run. For County Report this week from Montgomery College, I'm Michael Brown.
Now it's time to meet our pet of the week. Kathy Stanhope joins us from the Montgomery County Animal Services and Adoption Center with more.
This very special animal that we have this week is Zona. She is a 2-year-old mixed breed. I don't know what's in there, but she's 85 pounds, and she has got a wonderful, wonderful personality. She was found as a stray with mange. She's under medication now. She is on the mend. She's going to be fine. It's nothing you have to worry about. but it'd be a wonderful dog to be fostered while she's under treatment, and then you could adopt her later. Please visit Zona at the shelter on Muncaster Mill or give us a call at 240-773-5900. Zona needs to go home with you. She needs a home.
With that, we close this edition of County Report This Week. Remember to like us on Facebook and to join us again at this time every week for a look at what's going on inside Montgomery County. I'm Sonia Berg. Thank you for watching.